Hi, I'm Todd Henderson. Today we're going to be installing the Ionic 5-inch oval tube step on the 2009 to 2014 Ford F-150 Super Crew. Now what we've got here is the entire setup for the driver's side. We've got the board, all 3 brackets, all the mounting hardware. We're going to use 2 tools to install this, a 13mm socket and a 13mm wrench. Let's go ahead and crawl up underneath and get started. Now first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the front of the rocker panel on the driver's side, and we're going to use the driver's side front bracket. It has DF for driver front. Now that driver bracket is going to slide right on top of the pinch weld and go up against the rocker panel. But what you'll notice is on the rocker panel we have some tape the manufacturer's put there. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel that tape away and expose a rectangular hole next to 2 round holes. Now we're going to mount to those locations, but there's no threads behind there. So what we're going to use is these clip nuts. These deep clip nuts are going to slide right into the rocker panel, and this is going to place some threads behind the rocker panel that we can mount the bracket to. Next, we're going to take our slightly larger 30mm bolts, use a lock washer, and get our slightly larger washers, put those in place. We're going to set the bracket and run the bolt through. Put it finger tight into the threads we just put behind the pinch weld in the rocker panel. We're going to do the same thing to the next one over. Next, what we'll do is we'll use our shorter 25mm bolt with our smaller washer. We're going to run that up through the bottom of the rocker panel, through the bracket. And on top, we'll set another smaller washer with a lock washer and then also a nut. And this also is only going to be set finger tight for now. And we'll do the same thing with the other hole. Now let's go ahead and move down to the next bracket. Next, what we're going to do, when we move to the center bracket, we're going to find the bracket labeled DC for driver's side center. That's actually going to mount this location right here. There's a hole in the pinch weld and a hole up here in the rocker panel that we have to remove some tape in order to see. We've got a round hole that does not have threads behind it, but we also have the rectangle hole. So we're going to slide another clip nut up inside there. We can set our bracket right up against there. Use our longer 30mm bolt with lock washer and also the larger flat washer. And that's going to go in finger tight. And just like with the last bracket, we're going to run a bolt 25mm with a small washer up through the pinch weld, through the bracket, and put that on hand tight, and we'll move down to the next bracket. Next, we're going to get our driver's side rear bracket. That's marked DR. That's going to set right over top of the pinch weld where we've got 2 holes here. We've got some tape back behind here. So again, just like on the first bracket, we're going to pull away that tape, slide in our long clip nuts. We're going to take our longer 30mm bolts with a washer, lock washer, and a large washer. And just like on the front bracket, set that in there hand tight. And once we put this on hand tight, we're going to get out from underneath there and take a look at putting the board on top of the brackets. Now, just to make sure we have the correct boards on the correct side, we're going to take a look from the front of the step pad to the end of the board. The longer end will be on the front side of the truck, and the shorter end will be on the back side of the truck. We're going to set it on top of the brackets, crawl up underneath, and attach it with the bolts. Now what we're going to do, once we've got the board lined up to the holes in the brackets, we're going to take our 25 millimeter bolt with a lock washer and the small flat washer. I'm going to run that through the bracket into the board. And we're going to repeat all these steps on all the rest of the brackets as well. They're going to mount the exact same way. Then once we've done this, we're going to tighten down the brackets to the boards, and then we're going to tighten down the brackets to the body. Repeat those steps on the passenger side as well, and that will conclude the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts. We're here to help you out.